Welcome to the Upside Journal podcast. In 2026, the global AI narrative is hitting a bottleneck. While the world debates frontier models, the real story is playing out in data centers from Lagos to Kigali. We are looking at why sovereign and edge AI aren't just technical buzzwords, but the essential infrastructure for African economic agency. We're really talking about a massive structural transition here.
So, let's start with the most pressing question for modern organizations right now. Who actually controls your AI? Because look, if you're relying on imported, non-localized models or just handing everything over to foreign hyperscalers, you're introducing some major geopolitical, latency, and security risks. AI's effectiveness, it depends heavily on localized data and compute. If you just rely on centralized external models, you're really risking a deepening of economic and systemic dependency.
To unpack this, here's our roadmap. We'll start with the global AI bottleneck, move into sovereign AI and strategic control, look at the edge AI revolution, dive deep into Africa's AI leapfrog moment, and finish up with a practical enterprise hybrid playbook. Okay, Section 1, the global AI bottleneck, and specifically those centralized risks.
Get this, 66%. According to Deloitte's State of AI in the Enterprise report, a staggering 66% of organizations are now at least moderately concerned about their heavy reliance on foreign-owned AI tech and compute provision. And honestly, looking at the current geopolitical climate, they absolutely should be.
That concern makes total sense when you look at the market reality. Just 3 U.S. hyperscalers, AWS, Microsoft, and Google, control roughly 70% of the global cloud market. Sure, they offer unmatched technical capabilities, but this level of centralization means you're tying your critical, sovereign data directly to a foreign provider's ecosystem. Now combine that monopoly with aggressive enforcement of frameworks like the EU AI Act, plus all these growing global data residency laws. It leaves enterprises highly vulnerable. We're talking exposure to geopolitical disruptions, restricted access to tech, and severe legal risks. This infrastructure gap is incredibly real, and it demands a fundamental shift in how we architect AI.
Which brings us to Section 2, Sovereign AI and Strategic Control, Owning the Stack.
Sovereign AI is really the structural solution to this whole bottleneck. It's defined as technology built and controlled under local jurisdiction for data sovereignty and strategic independence. Basically, it ensures your critical workloads and sovereign data stay firmly under local, legal, and operational control. It's about aligning your infrastructure with domestic laws and risk management. Really, it's the absolute bedrock of long-term value capture and institutional autonomy. But true sovereignty isn't just a buzzword. It demands 4 specific components, as McKinsey breaks down here. First, territorial autonomy, where your compute physically sits. Second, operational autonomy, who manages and secures it. Third, technological autonomy, who actually owns the underlying stack and IP. And finally, legal autonomy, which jurisdiction governs access and compliance. You literally need all 4 to truly own your stack. All right, let's look at Section 3, the Edge AI Revolution, processing where it matters. The contrast between cloud AI and edge AI is pretty stark. Traditional cloud AI gives you centralized processing, higher latency, massive bandwidth requirements, and really high egress costs. Edge AI, on the other hand, processes data right where it's generated. We're talking localized processing with sub-10 millisecond real-time latency, up to 90% savings on bandwidth costs, and complete data privacy, simply because the data never has to leave the device.
And this localized inference isn't just theoretical. It is wildly profitable in the real world. Take local AI medical diagnostics. They can yield a 250% return on investment with 92% accuracy, all while keeping patient data completely private and compliant. Standalone checkout stores are hitting 220% ROI by slashing inventory losses by 60%. And in industrial manufacturing, it eradicates network delays for real-time safety. By bypassing unreliable connectivity, you're bringing actionable intelligence straight to clinics, farmers, and small businesses.
This leads us directly into Section 4, Africa's AI leapfrog moment, the ultimate testbed. Africa is truly the ultimate testbed for this localized inference. Thanks to a massive young population and some unique connectivity challenges, Africa's AI market is projected to explode from $4.5 billion to an incredible $16.5 billion by 2030. This is the connective architecture in motion, the model of training on global supercompute but deploying and monetizing on sovereign African compute.
You can see this playing out dynamically in the 2026 Africa AI Cities Index. Cape Town is leading as a massive startup hub and booming data center destination. Johannesburg is seeing deep AI integration in its financial sector. Lagos is leveraging strong government initiatives and telecom ecosystems. Nairobi has huge regulatory support in the Silicon Savannah, and Tunis is becoming a key destination for overseas sovereign AI investment. They're all aggressively building localized AI infrastructure.
To support this leapfrog and build true AI factories, African data center capacity is expected to nearly triple over the next 5 years, hitting a staggering 2.4 gigawatts. That right there is the physical capital. It's the critical compute-to-deployment pipeline being laid down to move the continent beyond mere dependency and into self-sustaining innovation.
Finally, Section 5, the Enterprise Hybrid Playbook, Actionable Strategies.
The most successful organizations are deploying an institutional-grade hybrid stack. It looks like this: a sovereign core, which is your on-premise or local cloud for high-compliance workloads. Then, an edge layer for device-level intelligence where real-time, latency-sensitive operations matter most. And finally, global orchestration, giving you secure, auditable connections for scalable, non-sensitive data. Executing this requires a really rigorous approach, and Tech UK outlines a fantastic 3-step playbook for compliance. Step 1, understand your exact role in the AI value chain. Step 2, move from high-level principles to operational proof. And Step 3, treat transparent trust as a strategic market advantage rather than just a compliance checkbox. The crucial takeaway here is this quote: "Sovereign AI readiness is now a core element of enterprise resilience and global competitiveness, not a specialized compliance task." Basically, localizing your AI stack is no longer just an IT afterthought, it's fundamental to institutional autonomy and survival.
So, ask yourself, how resilient is your organization's AI stack against tomorrow's global disruptions? Are you capturing value and maintaining institutional autonomy? Infrastructure is the new sovereign frontier. If you are tracking the capital and compute rails being built across the continent, subscribe to the Upside Journal for institutional-grade intelligence. See you in the next Daily Drop.